let's address this. All right. So, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC and Crystal Edge Technology Screens FLEVT. Um, Here's the thing. When I try to explain this fellow, we've been making this stuff a long time. I mean, a long, long time, long time. What you have is something we've already had already. When I first started my company, I made dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of gray paint on so many different levels. It's not even funny. We even had a glow in the dark version for Dubai, for basically for nightclubs. I can go back and show you all this stuff on my channel. So when we got somebody coming in and they're bragging and boasting about a gray screen paint that we've done millions of times over and over again, and we made so many different versions of it, it's not even funny. The only thing that that person has is basically something of an old product that's been around for years. The only difference is the projector. 4K tri-laser projectors didn't exist when we were making that stuff, and if you take an old screen paint and you introduce it to a newer projector, you get a completely different picture. And that's what he was doing. He was basically taking the old products from back in the day and introducing it to newer projectors and claiming that that's what his screen paint was doing. And the thing about it is, when you challenge somebody who's been doing this longer than you have, of course they're going to be to make your stuff. Not only make your stuff, but advance it and make it much better than what it is. You know what's interesting? Remember the thing I showed you on the thing about Amadeus, where that kid came in and that guy made that music and he already knew what the music was and he played it 10 times better than the other guy? Yeah, it's kind of the same scenario. Except for I'm not killing myself over that nonsense in the day. But we have no plans with this stuff. It was just to show him I could have done this to you easily at any given time. But I'm a person of patience. I am. I'll let things slide and I'll go about my business because I got other things I'm working on and it's not really an interest to me. And some people may find that hard to believe. That if someone comes at you and attacks you that much, that you're just willing to go, I'll move on. Because I know I'm dealing with a child at the end of the day. If a child's sitting across the street and he's constantly teasing me, I'm just going to look at it like, that's it. A real man just walks away from the whole thing, or adult walks away from the whole thing and just moves on. And that's what I've been doing with this guy. But every once in a while, he does something extremely stupid, and then you get my attention, and this becomes very bad for you. When that camera, before it came on, before the projector came on, the first thing I said, you may want to walk out of the room. This is going to be extremely bad for you. So what happened? We actually made two of his mixes, combined them into one, advanced them, and made it better than his products. We actually beat his own specification sheet, which he had his product at 2,500 lumens for the UV and 3,000 lumen for the Frankenstein. We did it at 1,600 by 800 720p SVGA, fully lit environment while sunlight was piercing the screen, and I can take it outside if I want to, and I can watch a movie off of it, something you can't do because the product you have is not ambient light projection, and it can't even operate on a 1,000 projector. Now, if you were to go back and try to prove that it does operate on a 1,000 projector, that means you lied on your specification sheet because you said it works at 3,000 projectors and up. And you highly don't recommend the Frankenstein to be used, and a home environment is pretty much for business. Ours does everything. It's even ultra short though compatible. You see my specification sheet I put at the bottom. It's extremely detailed, isn't it? Has a 180-degree viewing angle, picks up on an ultra short though projector, and it may take out a certified or two. Your product doesn't do anything like that. I can run tests on that product right there, and it was far surpassed what you have already made. And I can really use it to take out the rest of your products in the process. Because you see the white level it generates. It's extremely amazing, isn't it? So, that's just a basic. Now, if I were to convert it to FLE technology, it would be completely unstoppable. It could wipe out just about any certified screen we throw against it. And we can also turn it to front and rear if we want to. We can interchange it to that, where I can put a projector behind it at 5,000 lumens, and it could even push a lamp glare through the other side. And we can allow it to absorb sunlight if we choose. That's what you're dealing with. This is what I've been trying to basically show you for so many years, that the fact that we don't have to stick inside of a theater room to display our products. I can go anywhere I want. I can display the ceilings and floors. I can use projector mapping applications. Heck, we can even make holograms if we want. We did it 10 years ago. Yeah, we can even make it front and rear if we choose, or I can make it physical. And I can take out any certified screen while doing it. This is what I was trying to get this guy to understand, that I am not in your field. And you keep on saying over again that we're scams, we're ripoffs, we're this and that. We have more tests than you do, more customer reviews than you do. We're known more than you are at the end of the day. Certified screens don't know you, they know us at the end of the day. I literally have to give off 2 names that they don't know in order to get a sample, because if I use my real name, I don't get anything. You don't have that kind of problem, do you? I do. I even have Black Diamond themselves reach out. I got the messages right there. They reach out to us telling the product has potential. And mind you, we are way beyond that right now. I can make your entire product line with no problem. You've been copying my work for a very long time. You have been. All your products are copies of my work. The only difference is your stuff is on ambient rejection and ours is. So I have no, for right now, it's just going to sit on the back burner because we have no use for it at all, period. And the stage that it is, it's worthless to us. Even though it looks quite impressive, to us it's worthless. If we make it an FLE, then it's worth my time. But then it has to be much darker than that because that thing is way too light. For us, that's way too light. All right, let's go here. Again, you know, like I said, I sit there and I make these statements that we can make an entire product line. Look, if I can basically overpower certified screens, what do you think will happen to you? That's your screen paint right there. Well, actually, both of them. So, again, I was able to make 2 of your products, combine them to 1, and upgrade them. And do it at 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment. And just to top it off, because I got something to do tomorrow, I'll be taking you outside to show you that we can pull up at 1,000 lumens outside. And then we're done with it. Because, again, I really got no use for it at all, period. But just trying to give you an understanding that you think your stuff is so special. It's nothing special about it. I could upgrade all your stuff. I mentioned it many times on camera that it can be done. And to show you that you're threatened by the product, I can place an order today, right now, on your website to put against this product and mark the video and title it what you're going to go against, and I guarantee you put the money back in my account. Because even you know at the end of the day what we're capable of doing. This is the reason why you guys cancel. Because you know that we can reverse engineer your stuff, we can make it far better than what it is, and we can also go in and beat your products. You couldn't pass any of our tests. That's why we have cancellations. You know, sometimes we don't try to pull out everything. Sometimes I just let things lay and just wait. But this is a lesson that hopefully you learn from this. Now, I'm going to go about my business, and I'm going to continue because right now I got a new project I'm working on. I'm working on holograms. I got my projector mapping equipment out. I'm actually in the process now of, I'm going to go beyond the screen paint now. I'm in the process now of building customized special screens that are designed for hologram effects. We had them 10 years ago. I decided to go back into that basket and go back into that field and start designing those screens again. These things are beautiful. I can't wait to get back into this. I'm not thinking about you at the end of the day, man. I'm thinking about new technology that we get to engineer and work on. I'm actually working on a new hologram technology. If you're watching me bounce all over the place in different directions, you can tell that they're different. I'm not on your level. So, let me show you. Let's go back into the past. Let's show you a D5K. Because you think you have. It's interesting. Just your test. No, it's just baffling. Let's go with a D5K. This is a D5K. I'll show you up close what D5Ks look like. You see the color of that paint, Crow? What color is that paint? Yeah. We made that stuff long before you ever had it. I can go back farther than this. That's a D5K. Yep. For those of you who are claiming that you've had Black technology, you can pull it back 8 years. We've had it first. Here's a D5K test. This is something you don't do at the end of the day. That technology is ambient light projection. You see how half of that is hitting the wall and the other half is hitting the white wall? Just like I did in here. Same thing. I can have that technology sitting right next to the window. It'll pull up. Let's look at the date of this. Let's see how far back to. And you see the projector I'm using, Jamie? That's a QME projector. They're 300 lumens. So I can run a 300 lumens in a fully lit environment and show a massive difference between a white surface and that dark product at 300 lumens. Now you're using how many? 3,000? I miss my QME. So that's what I'm telling you at the end of the day, that no, man, you've halved it. You're done. That's it. Stay in your backyard, mind your business until we get to court, and you make any more statements, and I'll really embarrass you. I mean, I really will embarrass you badly. I'll make the rest of your stuff. I'll upgrade it. I'll make it advanced, and then we'll come back and buy the rest of your stuff, and you'll cancel out on the very paint that you've made. I have a lot of work to do, my friend. I do not have time for these games at the end of the day. I could have made your product anytime I wanted to. Anytime. Here you go. Here's another one. See the color of that? You know how old that is? That's 9 years ago. I had your product. Well, no, sorry. That was my product 9 years ago. You just went in and basically just copied the color of it and thought that you had my product at the end of the day, but you don't. So I can make 2 of your products, combine them into one, and upgrade them. Knocked out 2 of your screen paints at the same time, upgraded both of them at the same time, combined them into one. And we changed the name over to UB2, which we call it, it's the second version, we call it the Ultimate Blend Mix, because we mix both your Frankenstein and your UB. But originally, we had it first. Let's share the timeline on this. Let's see. Where's my timeline on this? Oh, we got to go back out. Here we go. 11K views and 9 years ago. Under the company Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Date 04/27, 2015. You've been copying my work. That's what you've been doing. And you've been putting yourself on high-powered projectors to try to make your product seem like it's more than what it is. And true screen paint can pull up at 1,000 to 50, or 50 to 1,000. 300 lumen QME projector. No ultra short though at 3,000 lumens. That's 720p projector, 600 by 800 res at 300 lumens. Oh shoot! I need to get me another one of them. I got the 50s over here right now. The 300 would be a killer on this technology. It really would. Yep. Cardboard screen. Yeah, cardboard. I painted that on a cardboard, piece of cardboard. See how that paint all over the floor? That's called hard work right there. You know many different combinations of screen paints that I developed in that small little room? My floor was covered in it. That's what you call persistent, hard work, and dedication to get the job done. And you got a nerd to come on camera and talk some dumb nonsense at the end of the day like you have some amazing product. I can make all your stuff. Beat your own specification sheet with it too. Go and watch all your customers sitting in the dark and I can generate at 1,000 in a fully lit environment. I might even make a quart of it and send it to one of our testers so he can demonstrate on YouTube exactly how he can use it in a fully lit environment. There it is right there. Same screen I just painted right there. 9 years ago. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to put it on the back burner because we don't need it. Oh, here you go, D5K. Gain capability. We can stick a lamp in front of this thing so you can see why the thing was able to generate in a fully lit environment after 1,000 lumens. Yeah, we got a light here, we got a light here, right in front of the screen. These are lights pushed behind the back of the screen. These lights are actually on top of the screen. We are way, way beyond it. And let me tell you something. By the time you even think you caught up, man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm light years from you right now. I'm already engineering technology for 25 and 26. I'm 10,000 right now in. You're nowhere near me. So that's my D5K. You don't do those tests, do you? All of our tests are brutal. 9 years back, we were doing tests that were just this brutal against our products. See how close that light is sitting next to the screen? And the window's open, and the lights are on. And you're sitting in some dark environment with some UV mix. Some light splash behind the back of the screen. You call that a test. It's called a D5K. So what you did, you went into my YouTube channel and you looked up my products and you try to make the same color. The only problem is you don't have the same technology. And you put down 3,000? Are you kidding me? That thing picks up at 300 lumens in a fully lit environment. 3,000. See, lights on over top. Windows open over there. That's easy. 3,000 is very easy. It's not even a challenge. They do that, I told you. They do that because D5K, another demonstration. Lights on, over top. Lights at the bottom. We got spotlight at the bottom, bar light over top, fully lit environment. These are my gray screen paint errors, which means at this particular time, I was developing gray screen paint on a level that most gray screens couldn't even survive in. Everybody was sitting in these dark ambient light environments, ambient light controlled environment, and here we are pushing lights all over the screen. This is why we got noticed. This is why we ended up with one of those global contracts. Look at the water reflection. Mind you, there were no 4Ks at this time. You were lucky if you got a 1080p. That's a 720p projector that's doing that. And here you are sitting in the dark with a tri-laser 4K projector with a 2,000,001 contrast. And you can't do this? And you want to call yourself on my level? My old videos can take your new videos out. Call yourself the best of the best. And that title's ours now. So, I do own now your U-B and Frankenstein. Well, your Franken was never yours to begin with because, again, that's trademark, which you stole at the end of the day. But neither one of those are yours anymore. Because now we have the ultimate blend mix. And it's far more advanced than yours, as you can see. First time out of the bucket, fully lit environment, pulled up with no problem whatsoever. On a projector that's way lower than yours. Look at that, 180-degree viewing angle. My D5K could crush. I told you, my D5K could crush all your gray mixes in one hit. How come we don't do demonstrations like this? See how I was corner to corner, edge to edge. No discoloration, no washout, nothing. And this is, how many years back we got on this one? 8 years back. My timestamp is 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, I was developing technology that was beyond the ambient light projection technology. It was right there. That's why we have something called advanced ambient light projection, which means we can produce off ceilings. The same light that you have in your ceiling that washes out your screen is the same ceiling that we can actually watch a movie off of. Like I said, I can watch the universe off a ceiling. I can make it snow. I can push clouds across it. I can even make a thunderstorm. That's what I told you at the end of the day. I'm not on your level. So what happened yesterday? Take that as a learning experience. If you decide to go all grumpy grapes about this, I'll come in and I'll finish the rest of it. Even if you're able to dig yourself out of the hole you just got yourself up and out of, and you're able to get someone to trust your products, we'll make sure you have no one that will come near you with a 10-foot pole. Even your customers right now want that ultimate blend. Got a bunch of emails requesting the ultimate blend. Your customers are contacting us for the ultimate blend. Why not? I mean, at least they won't get stuck with a $3,000 or $3,100 projector like you got in your video demonstration. They don't have to be trapped in the dark. And that thing's going to look fantastic outside because we're taking it outside today. $75 for a projector. Your contrast was how much you use on that projector? 2 million to 1? Our contrast is like 100 something. Yeah. Notice the color of it? It's actually darker than yours too. There it is right there. You want to play around? I told you don't play around with me at the end of the day. I'm not the one to play with. Made your product. Combined both of them together. Added our technology to it. Made it better. You know, anytime your product got here, I could have easily went in and did that. You know that, right? I didn't do it. Easily could have done that. This is all D5K. There are more demonstrations here on D5K than your product right now itself. D5K, another demonstration. Do you know how much money my D5K was going for? I'm going to show you. This is how much people were paying for it. $869. That's how much my product sold for. Yeah, and it was paid. People paid a lot of money for it. How much you charge for yours? $60? $60? That's it. I was making $869 for that. I can take your product right now and convert it, FLE, give it the ability to eat sunlight, and get a couple $1,000s for it. Yeah, that's how much money I was making. A gallon. So when I tell you at the end of the day that my prices are extremely reasonable, yeah, that product sold for that much. Kind of hurts, doesn't it? And you charge $60 for it. Of course you charge $60, but it doesn't do anything. No, this stuff wasn't even ambient light projection. It had a high gain attached to it. That was it. Oh, it was 2 quarts. I thought that was basically a gallon. That was 2 quarts for 200. No, 2 quarts for $298. That's what it was. Yep. So that company that came in and basically did business with us, they paid me $8,000 when they came in. Not for any paint. Just a goodwill of just showing that they mean business at the end of the day. They dropped $8,000. I'm like, here you go. And I was like, what are we making? They said, we're not making anything. You're not making anything. This is just a goodwill of faith that we mean business. This is why there's a website or YouTube, Facebook, whatever you call it, with our stuff sitting on top of it, and you don't have anything like that. Because while everybody was sitting in the dark, like you're still doing now, you're still doing demonstrations as if you were back 10 years ago. Because that's how everybody did it. See all this? This is all D5K. All D5K, all of it. Yeah, you went in and you basically copied my work. That's what you did. And then try to introduce it to a newer projector. The rest of your stuff is also mine. So you know that already from the door because we made that stuff too. What do you think the digital one was? Except for the difference between the product that you basically show up as actually we were in fully lit environments when we were doing it. And everybody else was sitting in the dark. Every video just about on YouTube was sitting in a dark environment. Oh, by the way, these are all 720p videos, by the way. But every single person was sitting in the dark because that's how it was done. You had to be in the dark. It was meant to be in the dark. And we were the only ones doing demonstrations with lights right up on top of the screen. That's how we got noticed. Where is this from? This was 8 years ago? Yeah, it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Digital one, 4K crystal on it. That's when we were actually dipping into black technology. Or darker technology. So where were you 8 years ago? You didn't exist. Of course you did. You weren't around. But you claim at the end of the day that you're the same as me. So where were you? So if we were producing screens in fully lit environments 8 years ago, and you're in the dark now with a projector far better than what we used back then, and our images are far better than yours, yeah, that just shows you where we sit at, where you sit at. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically lock up because we don't need it. We'll use it for other stuff to play around with, test it against. And then, let me see. And then we'll lock it away, and maybe next year I'll bring it up and we'll turn it into an FLE technology. I'll convert it to something different because we can't use that color at the end of the day. That color is boring. We need something better. We'll change it to something else with different color, make it front and rear, make it accept sunlight, other good stuff. Now see, that's my technology outside at 150 inches. I can go to my channel and push in 3D, or maybe it's through holograms. So holograms is what I'm studying right now. Hologram screen paint. That's what I'm researching right now. But except for this time, I'm not going to be making this. I'm making the screen paint, but I'm going to be making a screen to match the technology that we're designing. That's why projector mapping equipment is being loaded up and getting ready to go. I'm going to go back to my channel here. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be low. People say, oh, he's being boss. No. This guy, anybody else, what Jamie has done to me, would have wiped him clean a long time ago. He needs to be knocked down a couple of pegs. That's the problem with him. He's too arrogant, too bossy, to the same. He thinks he's better than everybody else. Was watching somebody take 2 of his products and then basically make them and then convert them and make them better, upgrade them, and beat his own. I can't even call you a specification sheet because I don't know what that thing is. I can even project a map off that stuff. There we go. See, all I got to do is type in something called hologram screen paint. And there it is, because we did holograms. As a matter of fact, I had a fellow pay me $20,000 just to go in and design him 1 quart of a hologram technology so they can use it for some kind of visual effects for some kind of freaking concert. 20 grand. Because they went back and saw my old videos. And they were like, oh shoot, this guy was developing this hologram stuff. Let's contact him. Majority of my business will pop up from stuff that we developed years ago. And they'll say, hey, you started to make that stuff? I'm like, yeah, we started to make it. We had a coating we could spray invisible on mirrors and turn mirrors into projection screens. What you're seeing right there. See right here? That's the mirror right there. That's the other half that's coated. One part's reflecting the floor and the other part's pulling the screen. Now I got a new technology I'm working on that will allow the mirror to push back at you crystal clear but show an image on the other side. And it'll run off picos, which I like to use pico projectors. That's why I'm working on a new hologram technology. I'm going back to my past to see some of the interesting things that we worked on. You know what this is, Fernando? This is a customized coating. So, A long time ago, I got a job to basically work with a historical church. They didn't want to paint the walls because they can't change the walls at all, but they need a screen to be able to produce. This is where we started doing experiment with visible technology. So we developed a screen paint that I can pick up color and contrast in high white levels, even though the screen is completely invisible. It's right here. So you see the prints all over the box? You can see the prints all over the box. We have to make sure we can't alter and change the print of the box, but we have to pick up an image at the exact same time. That technology FLE, you see the woman with the black makeup pushing through glass? That's this technology right here, but it's been upgraded.
A customer wanted to know, basically, you can paint this on his wall, and he can't really actually paint the walls because the walls are historical, so he basically can't change the color on them. So,
well, let's show you. We've been designing stuff, man, that's way beyond your grays and light grays and dark grays. So that's all you make. You don't make anything else. Right now, all your customers are sitting there with that mediocre paint on their wall. We can actually upgrade all that. No more being in the dark. No more of that nonsense. No more expensive projectors. None of that stuff at all. And heck, you can take it outside if you want to. If you're ready for real technology, you do business with us. You want to keep playing around with these joke products at the end of the day when you keep dealing with that nonsense. See right here, look. Picks up a contrast level. It's crystal clear. It's an invisible contrast. We engineered this, how many years back did we engineer this one? This one was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we developed that technology. And here you come popping up like, hey, I'm just like you. And now, this is converted to AdTech. This is another demonstration, weatherproof, 9 years ago. Painted the inside of a container with our screen paint and filled up with water, used a 200 lumen projector to push right through it in a fully lit environment. So that's an everyday tub. Inside of the screen is on the inside right here, and the water is actually inside with the screen. Is it weatherproof?
On the outside of it, it's actually in the inside.
Do you do demonstrations like this? No, you do not.
Here, it's actually under there.
So we can literally watch a movie underwater. You know what this one was designed for? We had a guy who had this luxury pool and he wanted a screen to be submerged underwater. Now, why would you have that? Because inside of the bar area that he had a huge, massive peekaboo window where he could see people in the water swimming back and forth. And he wanted a screen to come down so he can watch this thing underwater. You know, a bit of an ego kick. So we developed him one. So the 60 bucks you're making, I was making way beyond that. It got to a point, and the reason why we started bringing our prices down is because I had somebody saying that your prices are too high, and the everyday Joe, we can't afford it. We were making a ton of money. And I thought to myself at the end of the day, you know, he's right. He is right 100%. Instead of us trying to make our products where they're really expensive, and we know we have the technology, let's bring it down so everybody can afford it. And this way, with this plan, we can basically take over the certified screens, because again, if we have technology better than theirs at the end of the day and we cost far less, who becomes the bigger giant? They can't come down to our level because they would implode. Their finances wouldn't allow them to do it, so it costs so much money to run their companies, they couldn't do it. Now, if we keep our business a nice little small mom and pops, and we market our products where they're more affordable, where people can buy them, and we make ourselves more advanced in the high-tech screens, this would make us the ability to take over. All this research, tons and tons of endless research, of why we have what we have now. You can watch a screen underwater. I can take a screen and coat it with a coating. I can drop it in a fish tank and I can play Bioshock underwater. If any gamer got that idea, say, hey, you know what would be kind of cool? We can play Bioshock underwater in a fish tank. Have our fish tank PC, which you could do that. It's kind of a little trick behind that. When somebody want to be nice to have oil fish or whatever, it's not hard to do. It's 2 compartments. That's what it is. So the first compartment that you had will basically be your PC setup. Well, actually, the first one will be your PC setup. The second one will be the fish. There's a divider in between that. You can't see it because it's crystal clear. So when the water hits it or oil hits it, it becomes invisible and it looks like there's actually fish floating around your oil PC setup when actually they're in a separate compartment. Very easy to do. Yep. Been around for a long time. Developed all kinds of stuff. Rear technology. Danny, you want to explain to me about rear technology? We did it 10 years ago. You got a nerd to come to me and say, hey, you know more about rear projection tech? Yeah, okay, buddy, here you go. We did it 10 years ago. You didn't even exist on YouTube. Everything you guys have right now, we did it already 10 years ago. We've been there and done it. 8, 9, 10, we did it already. We even made a screen that had a coating that you could peel off. If you didn't want to use it anymore, you can actually peel it off. I wonder if we can still make that stuff. Out of testing. So, am I interested in making your products? No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm interested in the stuff that I'm working on. That's the only thing I'm interested in. The only reason why we literally have to bring out big guns from time to time and fire warning shots over your heads is to tell you to go turn around and just go back and mind your business. That's it. Mind your business. Don't worry about what I'm making. Don't worry about what I'm designing. Don't worry about what kind of sale I'm having, what I have on my website. Mind your business. Because if not, I'll duplicate your stuff and it'll get really bad for you. You won't be able to sell anything at all, period. And the fact that people know that we can duplicate your stuff that fast, they won't touch you with a 10-foot pole. I don't care what you make, they won't touch you. I'll do more than basically bury your harbor and sink your ships. Your ashes will be ashes when we get done with you. 10 minutes, Jamie, it took me to make that product. 10 minutes. Right out of the bucket, I can display things on that screen that you can't even begin to do with your product. So, mind your business. Stay in your backyard. Make your little paints. And let's do what we need to do over here. Or, like I said, I'll redesign your entire product line. And I'll come in to buy, and I'll guarantee you will cancel out against the very product that is yours. And that would be extremely embarrassing, wouldn't it? There you go. Just want to give you a little mental note. It's the last time we're going to talk about this. We're done. I'm going to take it outside today, have a little fun with it, and that's it. We're done after that. Tomorrow morning, I got some things I got to do. I'm going to go back to what I'm doing, working on my projects, what I usually do, and that's it. If you want to get all huffy-puffy, which I know you will, because you get mad and upset like that, and you want to get all whatever it is, Barbie doll on me, I'll finish you off. I'll be done with it, okay? Mind you, Jamie, the darkest product you had was the Frankenstein U-B, right? So I can literally take what I have here and wipe out the rest of your paints. Because it'll do the damage. I'll show you a demonstration against a gray screen, what it does to a gray screen. Yeah, it is pretty brutal. It'll match the white levels with no problem. It'll pick up better color, and since it's far darker, it'll pick up a much better contrast level. Your Hybrant mix, your personal mix, your what do you call that? Metallica mix 2.0, which we can actually make that for free, so we can throw it up there anyway. All your gray mixes right now that you have, that product right there can wipe them out. That's actually a real Frankenstein monster when you really think about it. My buddy was like, gee whiz Louise, you did what? I was like, yep, that's what we did. He kept pushing. At the end of the day, I kept telling him, mind your own freaking business. And we literally reversed engineer his stuff And boom, you do stuff like this, Jamie? You don't do this, do you? This is projector mapping applications. This is what we like to do. See how black that screen is? How it's registering those white levels with no problem? I don't have time to play games with you, gentlemen. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm just going to start making your stuff now. And I found out through a little experimenting that your stuff is just like his. Except you got a lot of water in yours. So I did a little experiment last night, and I dropped about half a quart of water and it reacted the exact same way with the bubble effect. So, hello. Your stuff is going to be easy to duplicate, extremely easy to upgrade. Number one, I know all your colors from the door. I can make it a one-coat application, none of that up and down and forward. No, we can paint that screen just like that. So we'll advance that capability, faster drying time, better color, better contrast, and definitely, yes, ambient light rejection technology. And as for that black stuff, that Series C, I can make a black gray paint or black screen paint that won't match our stuff because we did that one already. We made four black paints to put against our product, and each one of them failed. So I can easily make something that's our stuff can crush, but it will crush your stuff easily. And when we paint that stuff down, it will be black. One coat, finished, and done, and will work on an ultra short throw projector. It just won't be better than our stuff. It'll just be better than yours. All right. I want to just let you know. That's all. See, ceiling's a projection screen, walls a projection screen, octagon is a projection screen. Now, I'm going to go work on my hologram screen because I've entered a new venture of basically designing my own physical screens. I like designing physical screens, but I want to do something different. This is with molding of plexiglass. It's been pretty cool. So I found a company that will customize some stuff for me, and we're going to coat it with their new technology. We got a hologram coming out, hologram paint coming out. It's going to be used for basically for special effects, sculptures, and stuff like that. For when you have like hotel lobbies, stuff like that, like commercial property environments. You know, they have those huge sculptures. I come when I walk these giant sculptures, like, wow, how much did they pay to have somebody come in and put this in here? But imagine moving art that sunlight can push right through it. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? I like to go outside the box, literally. The hologram. What do we call this stuff anyway? It was a D4K. Oh, God, we did make it a hologram version of a D4K. Didn't even know we did a D4K and hologram. We actually did one. Oh, interesting. No, I gotta put that up there. I'm curious. What do we do in the D4K? I didn't know D4K had hologram capabilities. Oh, shoot, it did have hologram capabilities. Well, we got to experiment with this one now. Yeah, this is a D4K product that had hologram capabilities and glasses were not required. Oh, this stuff was really crazy. I mean, really crazy. We got to remake this. We got to remake this and put this under FLE. With projector mapping applications with this too. Oh my goodness, what we could do with this. All right, I got some crazy ideas going through my head. I'm not just for a product, for an actual screen. It just crazy stuff for projector mapping. Wish I could bring you in. Let me see if I can zoom up a little bit. You got to see how crazy that looks. Oh shoot, I hit the button. It's pretty crazy, ain't it? That's 10 years ago. We never did anything with it. Because at the time I was like, well, there's not really much stuff we could do with it. And that was before its time. But now, we're going to have a ball with this stuff. Look at the fish moving through. That's 10 years ago. Oh, I would love to have one of these right now. A display on a nice little 40-inch just to have it set up. See, that'd be cool for a house. If you basically had a way you can cut open your walls and stick a little mini projector behind there because it doesn't use that much power, and you can actually put this glass with a frame and have these holograms pushing right through your walls. crazy, ain't it? It was called a D4K invisible 3D projector without glasses.
Watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know that there's a YouTube music
We got to
app
make
where you
another
can
one of
listen
these.
to
We
the
got to.
EDM version, the ska version,
I gotta go dig through the books.
and of course, the original version.
Forget how we did this one. Oh, no, no,
Get
no,
YouTube
no.
music
Already
right
in the
now.
head, already that fast. Thank you, Jesus. It's already there that fast. We got it already. Ingredients on how to make an upgrade version under FLE. Now we're going to have to do a special screen for this because you can't do this for the wall. This screen is a special design screen. I actually built the screen. This would be cool. Got some ideas what to do with this. And that's where the guy tracked me down because he saw these videos and he said, hey, you guys still make that stuff? And I was like, we can. And I'm thinking like, this is just a guy wasting my time. You know, they asked me a lot of questions, want to pick my brain for information. And I was like, okay, so you're serious about this? I said, because this is going to take a bit of some time. He said, yeah, I'm serious about it. I said, what's your PayPal account? I said, so blah, 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 blah. And I looked at my account and had $2,000 sitting in my account. I was like, okay, this guy's serious about this. He said, are you convinced? I said, yeah, I'm definitely convinced. He said, okay, here's another one. He gave me another $1,000. So I had $3,000 I just made sitting in bed. So the whole agreement, like, how much do you want for this? And I was like, nah, $20,000. And I got $20,000. And guess where I went? To Disney World. Yeah, that's where I was in Disney World. That $20,000 I just made like in no time at all. It took me about a week to make that stuff. 1 week, and that's it. $20,000. Well, actually, a couple of days on $20,000. We went to Disney World. I was like, hey, we made $20,000. Like, what do you want to do? And she's like, let's go to Disney World. I was like, okay, whatever, let's go. That's what we did. So we had $20,000 to blow in Disney World. So I went online, I picked up all the top packages and everything. We had everything, the whole 9 yards and everything. Got that included? Take that. Got that included? Take that. As a matter of fact, I booked an extra day and forgot about it, and the day was about to leave. I was like, you know, we got an extra day. I was like, really? Like, yeah, you forgot. Like, yeah, I think I did forget. Okay, whatever. Glad I didn't do it. We did 7 days there, a whole week. 7 days. I'm glad we didn't do 2 weeks there, man, because I was thinking about next time doing 2 weeks, but after that freaking 6th day, I was ready to go home. I couldn't take it anymore. Between the kids screaming and yelling and the noise and everything. Most of the time, after I got done, I just wanted to go back to the hotel and just sit down and just chill, watch some TV, literally. Just chill. Sometimes it was just overwhelming, just too much. I mean, the first couple of days was fun, but after a while, it was like, ugh. Oh, yeah, and redid the floor. Woo! Yeah, I had to dry lock the floor. We dry locked the floor back. Well, actually, I did in the wintertime. Then I come back and dry lock again. I do every shop that way, dry lock the floors. That keeps any moisture, whatever, coming through, keeps it nice and tight and dry. Yep. Got to know what you're doing when you're in the shop. But anyway, let me see. I think we're definitely going to design something for that. I'm going to have to design a new screen for that. We'll have to build one. So we'll do our experiments at probably about, small size already. See right here? Got my machine. That's my projector mapping equipment right there. Already getting ready to set up. And I'm going to build my screen here while I'm actually putting all this together. Because I still got this tabletop to do. So Jamie, see how busy I am. I literally have a tabletop projection technology I'm working on. A screen that goes over the top of your table and converts it to a screen. We have more of the acoustics going to show off. I got customers actually showing off their acoustics pretty soon. We have the gaming technology we're working on. We have a floor mat gaming setup that you can lay it to the floor, you game your Pac-Man, whatever at the end of the day. You just got so much stuff, man, I'm working on right now. Got that, what's it called? Cinema Flow. Some technology we're working on for that. We got ad tech technology. I got to be on different places to basically show off the technology. I got stores I'm going to be doing with the technology. It's going to be a busy, busy year. So, hopefully you learn from this, man. Because, again, if you're on your channel talking trash, which I don't care because that's expected for you to do that. I'm expecting for you to be talking trash right now. Because that's all you got. You don't have anything left. All you can do is talk. You can see my talk is action at the end of the day. You made your stuff, improved it, advanced it. Made it better than what it is, and now your customers want that and they don't want your stuff. And all you can do right now is just talk. You could go out and make a better product to take mine out, but that's not going to happen. Again, I guess I'm light years away from you. See? Any one of my videos, you can't do. See that? Simple. Lights on, fully lit environment, no 4K, no 1080p projector.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
And then all that talk about using, we have to use high-powered projectors to make our screens work correctly. I can run a 50 outside with no problem. I can drop in right now my account. Let's put in 800 lumens. $800 lumen projector, right? 800 lumen projector, right there. That's the unboxing on my 800 lumen projector that I paid $18 for. Boom, 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 boom. Sony DPL CS4 projectors. Oh wow, that's back in the day. That's like 10 years ago. That's my 3000 lumen projector. $900 lumens. We had a 900 lumen projector. Where did I get that one? I gotta go back and check my stuff at the end of the day. 720p. I paid $18 for the projector. It was made in 1999. It's a Mitsubishi 800 lumen 720p projector. Did we do this one in the dark? No. We never do them in the dark. Never. That's the projector running right now. Fully lit environment, right out of the box. Boom, boom, boom. Set up. Look how beautiful that image looks. 800 lumens, that's it. That's lower than my Old Faithful. My Old Faithful's 1,000. That's 800. When they're 1999, those projectors only do a 4.3. Yeah, they don't do 16:9 because they're too old. I mean, here you are sitting in the dark with 3,000 lumens kissing your screen. Let's go in here. Let's back it up. Let's see. Let's see. We got 600. We got 600 lumens. Let's see. We got 600 lumens. I might just go to the back here and just get it from here. 600 lumens. Let's go with 600. lumens. 600 lumens. 600 ASPJ, about 150 projector. 45. We get a 1500 too? Oh, we had the whatchamacallits were 1500. The Panasonics. Oh, I gotta get another one. That's a good projector. Actually gave it away. Laser, we done laser too on top of that. My laser projectors. 600 lumen projector. Even shoved half of it off to the wall so you can see that the wall basically doesn't pick up at 600, but we can pick up at 600. See the measuring tape? You will never see my projectors where the camera can pick up the projector before it picks up the screen. You don't see the projector because we're sitting that far back. That is my Supreme Ambulite projection. That was a silver technology too. Hold on. Yeah, it was a silver. It's a black silver. Black silver 12. It was a 12 at 600 lumens. Let's see what we got at, let me see. Let's see what we got at around, let's see. You don't have a lot of projectors, man. You really don't. Let's go back to, let's see. I'm going to do, you got 200 lumens? Yep, 200 lumens. Right here, Brookstone. 200 lumens versus the laptop. There's another 200 lumens right here. At 16 feet back, 200 lumens. And you're a foot away from a screen at 3,000, and we're at 16 feet. on a gray screen. It's actually a silver technology with a bar light in the middle of the screen. You see the screen behind us, Jamie? That's your paint. That is your product right there. You know what this is? This is a 47 AG. This is a screen that generates a white level literally so high that white paper turns dark. Yep. Bam. We got the wallpaper surface. That's 600. Oh shoot, this is way back. This is a Brookstone 200. Another Brookstone 200. Oh, and the big screen. 200 lumen pocket 720p. With the lights hitting the screen.
Now I'm gonna come over here to the window. I have a window right next to my screen. I'm going to open up my blinds.
So my blinds are open up. See, I can see objects moving back and forth. Not that fake nonsense where you got blinds pointed up at the ceiling. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then try to explain why the lights reflecting off the ceiling. What do you think, we were born yesterday? Come on, man. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I swear. Had the blinds pointed up at the ceiling, talking about that's the light reflect. No, you're just not doing it at all because you know your screen's gonna wash out. So you're supposed to see objects outside the window. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll shut the blinds just enough so it's like this. So when the light hits it, it reflects downward instead of going to the screen. Or they'll push them up. And then give you some dumb excuse that that's the light reflecting and sprinkling all over the ceiling. Oh. 200 lumen projector. And you got a nerve to show me a screen on a 3000 projector sitting right next to the window. And we could do this at 100 inches at 200 lumens and condensed lighting with an open window. We did 200 lumens. Can we get 50? We did 50 to death. Let's do 50. 50 lumens. 50 lumens. You got 50 lumens right now. I got 50 lumens versus a laptop. 1080p, 720p. This is my silver technology. Let's see if we got 50 lumens outside. We did 50 lumens outside. 50 lumens in the daytime outside. Here we go, 50 lumens outside. Matter of fact, there's a challenge on this that hasn't been met yet. Outside, 50 lumens on a silver technology. And just to make sure we cover all the nonsense, because you know Crows be sitting up there talking about, well, you're on top of the porch, and that's still not considered to be real ambient light rejection technology, so I took it off the porch. Do you ever get tired of just getting crushed? Really? Yeah, we do that all the time. When they do stuff that we know what they're going to say. Oh, 1100 lumen challenge. We should bring up all our challenges. This is what I'm just trying to explain to you. At the end of the day, man, I'm not in your universe. Do you understand? On so many levels, man, you just have no idea exactly how deep the rabbit hole goes in my head. You don't know. You really don't. We can choose any direction to take your stuff out. Look at my customers versus yours. All right, I'm done there. I'm going to probably have that UB outside today. Do a little fast demonstration real quick. You know, do something that you don't have on your specification sheet because you don't have one there that it runs outside. We don't have any demonstrations of it outside at all, period. And you have done it. All your products are not ambient light rejection, right? That one is. And that charcoal mix, that Series A, I can beat that with that product right there with no problem. And it actually comes out dark gray, and most of all, no crazy instructions. One coat and you're done. Or that can take out the rest of your stuff. Actually, you can take out all your stuff. I said, why you take so long to do this to him? I said, well, you know, try to be nice about it. My projector right there. You don't buy venues. I love it how you guys got, you know how to use venues. You don't use a venue projector. Stop lying. You probably don't even know what that is right there. You're standing right there. We know what it is. How about you go out and buy it and plug it in your wall, see what happens. The thing about it, you don't know anything about venues because there's certain types of venues. There's venues called commercial venues. Plug that into your house and you'll fry your box. That's a different type of projector right there. Excuse me. That's a big boy. And guess what, Jamie? It didn't work on your paint either. At all, period. 6,500 lumens. I got another one on the floor, which is a Chrissy LW 700 on the floor right now. It didn't read on your stuff. 1,500 lumens. Yeah, 1,500. See, Panasonic. Oh, I missed that projector so much. Panasonic 1,500 lumen. 1,500 lumen projector. It won't pick up here, but it'll pick up on ours because we use them. Let me see. Oh, did we use 1,000 lumens yet? Before we did, let's put the thousands in there. We did a ton of thousands. Because I remember someone saying in the video that we only use high-powered projectors, right? Someone made that statement. That's going to cost you a lot of money. You made a false statement about my company, and you kept on saying it, making that statement, saying that my product only picks up at 1,000. Well, you're going to do me a big favor. When I get you in that courtroom, you're going to paint my screen down. You're going to take Old Faithful and set it up, and you're going to watch and see if my screen picks up at 1,000. And if it does, then you're going to pay me a lot of money. A lot of money. And if you refuse not to do it, you're still going to pay me a lot of money. I'm going to make you do it in court. Just going to entertain the thought. Be careful what you say on camera about my technology. Because you may find yourself in a courtroom doing the very same thing that you claim that you can't back up. That's a 1,000 lumen projector outside. And you just recently said that, didn't you? Well, guess what? Statute of limitations on that are fresh. We got plenty of time to come for you. I can see it right now. What I did say and what I didn't say, I'm going to try to lie about what you said. Well, who said it? I use special abilities to make my screens look a certain way. Challenge you that in court too. It's going to cost you money. Anything you said about my company that you can't back up, you're going to get sued for it. So, you said my screen's going to pick up at 1,000, right? Your screen was inside on a projector that was higher than 1,000 lumens, and I'm outside doing this demonstration. You see, McAfee, there are no blinds out here. There's no windows, no doors. There's nothing to protect this screen. It has 1,000 lumens to run off. That's it. Do you think it starts with 1,000, ends with 1,000? No, no way in the world. It's far less than that. Far, far less than that. All this light right here is eating up that 1,000 lumens to pretty much next to nothing. That black technology, on the other hand, is going to have to be to pick up whatever's left and allow me to be able to see it. Very hard demonstration to do. Has come up crystal clear, just like a TV. They have to be 12 to 13 feet from the screen. So does it fit the size? No. It's splashing the screen. You just can't see it because there's no screen. Without the screen there, you can't see the image. That's the same scenario about your projectors that you have. People have, you have projectors on white and gray screens. doesn't make a difference. You just can't see the screen. So there's more screen to this. You just can't see it. Same thing that happens when you don't have a proper screen when you're watching a movie or anything else you're doing. So yeah, 1,000 lumens, easy. There's a projector right there. Old Faithful. Where we on the floor? Let me see what we got on the floor. 13 feet from the screen. I was wrong. I thought it was 12. We're actually 13. 13 feet from the screen. 13 from the screen, outside at 1,000 lumens, and we pick up. And you guys can't do that. You got to be in a dark room to do that. That's why I said in the day, you guys can't back your products up.
YouTube Premium is ad-free.
Just like a TV.
Video downloads you can watch anytime, anywhere. Try 1 month free.
And you got a nerve to talk about your windows with the blinds pointing up at the ceiling. There are no windows out there, is there? No windows, no doors. Matter of fact, it's the same demonstration matching Network Grade 773. Did it right outside. No bookcases, blocking windows, none of that. That's why I like doing demonstrations outside. I love it because it's more of a challenge for me. Because there's nothing there to be to protect the screen in any way whatsoever. And when you drop it at 1,000, it makes it even harder for the screen to work. This is why you guys fear our test, because if we stick you in one of these tests right here, you're not going to do well. If you're already trying to manipulate window blinds and push them up toward the ceiling and give off an excuse, you won't pass this test at all. Your stuff will wash out. It's a very easy demonstration to do. Very easy test to do. But it has to be done. Because I know, what if a company comes up and they want to put a big screen outside, right? And we tell them, hey, it works, but we have all our demonstrations done in these dark ambient light environments. Then we'll be lying to them on the phone. If you told your customers that your screen, don't watch Tron, if you told your customers that your screens work in fully lit environments, and that's a lie at the end of the day, or you're telling companies that they work, because at other company where you claimed your screens work and it was washing out on a venue projector. That's why I kept asking them in the room. I said, what's the projector? What's the name of the projector? How many lumens is the projector? And what's the res on the projector? He couldn't tell me because he didn't know what it was. Yes, sirree. All right, well, I'm going to basically paint the whole entire floor with that stuff, you know, right? I actually used it from my floor. And we did I did the whatchamacallit job first. And then I actually coated it up because it had a nice pretty color to it. So it's nice on the floor. So I don't know what's more embarrassing. The fact that I was able to make both of your products that we already knew how to make anyway from the door, I told you already, and upgrade it, make it better than yours, or the fact that I'm walking on it right now using it for my floor. That shows you the little regard I have for the products that you make. I covered my entire floor with it. I walk on it every time I come into the shop. And the very same product that's on my floor that I'm walking around in can wipe your stuff clean right now. That's embarrassing, isn't it? That is super embarrassing. I'm going to show you something before I go. Probably going to sit there and say, he doesn't have my product. He doesn't have me. We got your product, buddy. We got your stuff. You can go to the blacklist. You can see we made most of his products, even the UB. We made that product, and basically using his ingredients, showing you how to do the demonstration. His tutorial. We showed using his tutorial. 2 scoops of white paint into black paint. Made that ingredients, matched all majority of the paint you had. Personal mix, Metallica mix, Cinemax, and the UB mix. Because if you want to keep running your mouth and you want to sit there and say that we didn't make your stuff, I'll come buy your stuff right now and watch you cancel out. I'll sit there and post a video, the ultimate blend mix versus the Frankenstein and UB mix, and watch you cancel out. Because you can't send that over here. Because you know what's going to happen to it. Our stuff's going to beat the crap out of it. And then turn around, we're going to upgrade that. And use it to knock out some other stuff with it. Probably more of your stuff. So you can't send that stuff over here. So we'll have another cancel receipt, 2 of them. Don't do that. Just stay in your backyard, okay? That's what you do. I'm going to stay in mine. I'm going to go work on my holograms. All the cool stuff I like to work on. And you stay in yours. But I do expect for him to run his mouth because that's just this. He has no choice. He has to come up big and bad. But just to let you know, your customers, whatever you have left, are contacting us. Why would they buy $60 for your product when we have 2 of yours and they're upgraded? You can't be in a fully lit environment. We can. Who wants that stuff at the end of the day? Your contrast levels are poor on that stuff. Ours are actually amazing on that technology.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
And you see what it looks like on a 720p projector versus the demonstrations you have done on that screen?
Uninterrupted videos and an app just for you. YouTube Premium.
Where's that whatchamacallit after this? Yep, better product. YouTube. YouTube. Well, the fact I got to ask for it twice doesn't make it any better. Right now, what are you saying? We don't care. I know he's over there crying about something, but we don't care. Cat trumpet, fish. If the best you have is your darkest mixes, we already have control already. And we can use those darker mixes that we have now to wipe out the rest of your lighter mix easily. So you don't have anything left. That's why we do certified screens. We don't go after the lighter screens. We go after the most advanced screens that they have, which are the darker ones, the first things we go for. Because if we take out those, the rest of them are a cakewalk. So your best ones are supposed to be your darker ones, because that's how it's supposed to be. The dark ones are supposed to be the most advanced. But except for we did you a different way. We actually took both of yours and combined them. I know how to make your stuff, like I said. Your stuff is easy to make. So I combined 2 of your screen paints. I told you the day that we had the Frankenstein down here, we had already brought the U-B already. And I put them side by side. I could tell they were off by 1 scoop. I made your U-B mix online. It was very easy to do. It's a reversal, that's all. It's just basically black paint with 6 tablespoons of white paint, and boom, your stuff popped up. And I matched it to the sample that I bought from you, and it matched perfectly. So when the Frankenstein came up, looked at it, I was like, oh, it's only 1 scoop off. But you were trying to make it look like the D5K or D5K, because that's a more darker version we had. And I said, wow, it's a lot like the D5K, but it doesn't react like a D5K. And that's where we came in and we figured out how to make your stuff. So when I won the PayPal, of course you got a post office claim on that one right there because you did something stupid. But anyway, you tried to make it darker. But anyway, you made some claim about how we were afraid to do your product. Remember that? And you said that's the reason why I threw it in the trash and never tested it. Well, I went back and bought your product again and you canceled the order. See, don't run your mouth at the end of the day. If you're going to tell me I'm afraid to test your stuff, I'll give you some more money and I'll buy it again. And what did you do? You gave me back my money. So if that was the case and we were afraid to test your stuff and your stuff worked like you did, you said you would have kept the money instead of basically giving it back. Simple. See, you ran your mouth too much. I called it. Now, we have both of your combined products together and we upgraded it because we could do stuff with this you can't even do on your specification sheet, if you can call it that. I beat both of your products. The U-B only does 25 and up, and the Frankenstein does 3,000, right? We do it at 1,000. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it at 50 right now on the floor as I'm having this conversation. I'll show you. My whole floor is covered with the upgrade version. can't do this, can you? The upgrade version is far better than your Frankenstein and UV mix. This is a 50 lumen projector I'm holding. I'm about 5'11", so right now it's up to where my belt buckle's at right now. And I can still pick up with the garage lights right over top. You can't do this, which means we have your product, we upgraded it, made it far better, and we can use this same product to wipe out your gray mixes. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's embarrassing, ain't it? Took your screen paint, upgraded it, made it 10 minutes. Took me 10 minutes to make it. 10 minutes to make it. Upgraded it. Beat your specifications. And then came back in and painted my entire floor with it. I'm walking all over it. And I'm using a 50 lumen projector to bounce off the floor. You want any more embarrassment? Keep on running your mouth. I'll come there and I'll basically buy the rest of your paint, and I'll put the rest of your paint, including your darker ones, all of them, against my new one.
A whole lot just for streaming music uninterrupted. Try 1 month free.
It's embarrassing, again, but you don't learn, man. I keep letting you go and letting it go. You just keep running your mouth. So that's embarrassing right now. Every time I walk on this floor, this is your, whatever is left of whatever your product is at the end of the day. It's kind of like, you know, you called yourself a king or whatever you call yourself today, and my armies came in and destroyed your armies, and burned your castle to the ground, and I took your throne and now it sits in my trophy room. And I use it for my dogs to sleep on. That's embarrassing. That's literally what just happened to you. Oh, no, that's for the dogs. The dogs sleep on that. No one's allowed to, only the dogs are allowed to sleep on that. That's what happened to your stuff. But I expect for you to get angry, and I expect for you to lash out and be, that's what you're expected to do, because that's all you have. You don't have anything else. Most people in that particular situation, well, would have never put themselves in that particular situation, but most people would try their hardest to make a better, oh, please do that. Please do that. Please try to make a better product. Should we do it? That's the wrong, you can't do that. Don't, you gotta let that one go. We can't make a better product. We've seen this one already before. We gave you permission to make our paint. We did give you permission. You couldn't do it. Boy, that'd be kind of messed up. That'd be really messed up. I mean, literally, I can have you, you know, forget it. We don't even care about that anymore. We've got things to do. Let's not play this game anymore. He's going to try hard to make something. We're going to come in and just crush it. Just take it away from him and just crush it and convert it to something better and then use it to crush his own stuff. This is messed up. I literally said that on camera because I already do that to you. And I kept letting it go. And you didn't believe me. Okay. Well, I like this stuff. It's nice to the floor, too. I tell you that much. It's a nice color to it. But it does. This would make great for hopscotch. Oh, that'd be cool. I could turn it into a hopscotch paint. Something you can basically paint it down for just drawing on for a hop. Oh, maybe I could turn it into a giant chalkboard. I could do that. I can actually convert this to a chalkboard. I think I might convert it to a chalkboard so you can draw on it. Let's do some testing. We can do it. We got to do something with it. All right, it's fun to play with, but we got to do something with it. I think I will. I think I'm going to change the color of it, make it a little more advanced than what it is now. And I think I'm going to choose for something for schools. Something they can draw on. Watch and project and draw on at the same time. You can draw on the screen with chalk and you can project off of it. That's what I'm going to do with your stuff. Well, not your stuff anymore. Sorry. It's our stuff. Sorry about that. It's the U-B Ultimate Blend. We call it the Ultimate Blend because it's both the Frankie and both the U-B combined and then upgraded with our technology to give it this ability. And then we painted it to the floor for fun. Okay. You know what, buddy? I'm going to tell you something. If you were nice to me when I first met you and didn't try the dirty tactics Just imagine what I could have done for you. I could have given you information on how to upgrade your products, how to do your video demonstrations, all that stuff. You would have been on the map. Now you're under it.
What do you want?
I'm going to give it a name for bird, but now I'd be just pushing it. We'll just keep it at the ultimate UV mix. We'll keep it at that. That's it. I did warn you. I don't know where you got the idea. You watched me make all that paint back then. I mean, you got to think I was going to mimic your stuff and make it. Wait till I turn into FLE technology. Oh, man. We're going to make that thing front and rear and everything. That's later on for some other projects I'm going to work on it with. But I got to change the color because this gray thing is... It's good for what we got it for the floor. But it's not good for like... I mean, what you guys saw in the video looks fantastic and all, but we can make it far better than that. Way better than that. Way, way, way better than that. Yeah, way better than that. But your customers right now, they want the new stuff. They're probably asking you to make it. Can you make that product? You can't make it. Because that means you're going to have it in the light. And you don't do well in light environments.
Try 1 month free.
The UB. So let me see. Let's pull it up. Ambient light rejection, because we can put that next to our product, because our product is actually ambient light rejection. U-B, and that will be. Well, if I put down ambient light rejection UV, does mine come up? It does! Yes, dude, I'm serious. If I want to flood the market right there, I can put this in my search engine and just flood. And basically from the door, every time somebody types in, our stuff will pop up. So let me see. We took the Cinemax already. Because the Cinemax, the name Cinemax, we're like, you know what? You're not worthy of the name Cinemax. So my Cinemax versus your Cinemax. Mine reads projector mapping applications. It can pull up outside at 50 lumens. It can pull up inside at 50 lumens. It can be displayed on just about every setting you can possibly put it on. Ooh, I forgot. We got the dedicated version that was basically on site multiple times. That's the one actually we coded into a screen and pushed through a window. But we made an invisible version of it for them. Customization. Ultra short compatible inside and out. Let's see. It picks up at 180 degree viewing angle. Picks up on a 200 lumen projector, 50 lumen projector. We've done them at 1500. We've done them at 3000. Doesn't hotspot at 4000 or 5000, which means it works with venue projectors. And we have a bunch of customers that actually display that technology at the end of the day. And it picks up an Infinity 1 contrast level, which yours does not see contrast for jack at the end of the day versus my Cinemax. I read perfect color balance. I have an insane white level and tons of white level tests. My technology has over 75 black on black demonstrations, and you have no gray on gray. Oh, I forgot you match network gray 773 and the rest of them, so already failed on that one. And on top of that, my Cinemax can knock out $5,000, $6,000 projection screens, and your Cinemax can't even beat a black diamond. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what that comes down to. Now, the new stuff we have right now, so far better than yours. It does ambient light rejection, which I still can't figure out why in the world you have a darker mix and it's not ambient light rejection technology at all, period. Well, of course, he said it was one time it was, but now he said it's not. So it's just supposed to be an upgrade, so that's pretty bad. And it only works at 3,000 lumens to 25 for both of them. We operate at 1,000. And now, just showed a few minutes ago, 50 lumens off a floor with the lights on. Pick up a better contrast in your screen, better white levels in your screen, and on top of that, we pick up better color balance. And the white level test versus a white surface, seen that one yesterday, absolutely bonkers. And the projector we used, Sony VPL CS4, again, I'll repeat the specs, 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector at 1,000 lumens. Contrast level, less than 100. Now, I'm not going to do, if I want to do this with the rest of the mixes, I'm going to combine them all into one. So we're going to combine the hybrid, we're going to combine the Or we already made how to make the Metallica mix 2.0 because that's just 2 scoops and whatever. It's easy to do. And the Cinemax, we made that one already, so we know how to do that one already. So that's pretty much done. The hybrid mix is pretty much the same thing. It's not that much off from a shade. So I can combine all 3 of them together and make Network Gray 773 with a half and half. Ooh, that'd be sick. So we do a half and half. So since Network Gray matched 3 of your screens already, and you only did 1 of them, it would match the rest of them easily. Because one of the things I noticed in one of his demonstrations, he pulled the video. He had the hybrid mix next to the Cinemax to show the difference, and it wasn't much of a difference. So if it wasn't much of a difference, that means the Network Gray 773 would match that with no problem too. Because the test that we did, you only did 1 screen paint. We did 3 yours, and all 3 of them matched in the test. The Metallica mix, the Personal mix, and the Cinemax all matched the Network Gray 773, which means the hybrid would also match also. And with that being said, that means all I would have to do is make a basic mix, which would pretty much be a half and half. See, I want a high grade silver in there. But the Network Gray 773, its black levels are a little low. So I put in 3 scoops of black paint. And then I would do a half and half where I put PPG, because people were dropping a couple spoons of silver. I tell you again, you will never see this ever. You have to do half and half if you want that silver to pick up. So you take your PPG, or PPJ, I think it's PPG, silver Metallica. You take about 1/4 scoop of silver Metallica or mica, and you put that in there and mix it with your silver. And then once that's completed, then you add in the other half of Network Gray, or you can add in Bear 1050. I would go with the Network Gray, because the Network Gray is a little lighter. And then once you add that in, you put in 3 scoops of black paint, and voila, boom. You got something that will match or overpower his screens with no problem whatsoever. Now, if you put in 2 scoops, you'll match. But if you put in 3 scoops, you'll overpower. Simple. That's it. That's how fast I can make your stuff. And that one mix right there would knock out all your paints in one hit. Do it. Trust me. We already know. Look, man, I looked at the product. When I did the Network Gray 773, we didn't even have your stuff. I looked at it and knew automatically was going to match when I did the match. Automatically. I sat on camera, so we don't know how far this is going to match, but we're not looking for anything to match closely. And it not only matched your product, it matched 3 of them. So with that information, and knowing the hybrid mix is very close to the Cinemax's color, guess what would match also too? There you go. So the Network Gray, and with that upgrade we just added in on camera just a few minutes ago, would basically overpower the rest of your gray paints. And if that's not enough, what we have here will definitely overpower them with no problem. Because if you think any of that gray mix you have over there is going to turn this technology that we made over here of your stuff, upgraded to our stuff, it's going to make our stuff look dark. That's not going to happen. Because if that did happen, when I went to go slide the screen off to the white surface, especially on the snow level, it wouldn't have picked up. So if a white surface can't turn it dark next to a snow level, what makes you think your gray will do it? And white levels actually pick up higher than a gray level. That means at the end of the day, your product was going to have a problem. So, first shot was over your head with what we just made, right? And the second one, it's going to hit, because we'll go after the rest of your paints and we'll use the upgrade to do it. Or I could just basically just make that and just knock that out. Put the ingredients up for free, whatever it's dead. Got to stop. Get adrenaline rush. You have to stop this. We are done. All right, finished and done. Take it outside. We're done after this. We're finished after this. You can't make anything new. I know that. If you did, you would. How many products we've made from the timeline? You still had that stuff. The Frankenstein's been around like 5 years or something. Yeah, so you haven't made anything new. The only thing you claimed you made new is copying our labels and our specification sheets and making fake shopping carts that don't exist to rip customers off. That's it. But you haven't made anything new. That's all you got. You can't make anything else. And anything you do make, keep in mind, is going to require testing now because you match house paint. You're going to have to match anything that you make against house paint, or no one's going to trust you. And you don't want to do that test ever again, because we know this, because when you failed the Network Gray, I brought up a product called Amazon Slip Silver Micro Blend. And we try to get you to do a demonstration on it, and you wouldn't do it. And I said, the reason why we're asking him is because we already know he can't do the demonstration due to the fact of the nightmare he went through with the Network Greg when he was wearing the red hoodie and he couldn't get out of a live stream. He was stuck in the live stream with his screen matching the paint, trying to lie the best way he could. And I told you he would never go through that ever again for nobody. What do you think happened to the apple barrel? Why do you think the lid was busted on it? Why do you think there was black paint smeared around it? He didn't come up there with a fresh container. Can't do that. What if that stuff matches? He has to make sure that he's not going to be embarrassed on camera again. And that's why you never see him come out there and say, well, you know what? He's a liar. I'm going to do it again. No, he's not doing that. And that's why we use the flip series theories. We kept asking him over and over again, and he just wouldn't do it. He refused to do the demonstration. He wouldn't do it because he doesn't want to go on camera and find out about the what if. What about the rest of the paints? We did 3 of them. He only did 1. We did the personal and we did the Metallica mix. He only did the Cinemax. What happened to the other 2? He didn't do those. You know why? Because off camera he did the demonstrations and found that they also match, and that's why you never heard anything from it. If he was able to beat them, internet would be flooded with videos of him showing that he beat it, and there is none. So he did match. All right. If I do decide to make the ultimate, we got the ultimate blend already, but if we make the ultimate mix, that's going to be the high version, upgrade version of a Network Grade 773. Let's see. Or we call the product line. Did I put the product line? The product line is called Extinct. We call it Extinct. That's the product line. It's called Extinct. If we can put that stuff against anything right now, literally tell you the truth. Literally against anything we want. Oh, that'd be funny. That definitely would be hilarious, though. That'd be kind of a twist. That'd be funny. Take his product and just use it to knock out other products. But no, we can't do that. We got things to do. I swear, I tell you. No, we can't do that. See, I gotta constantly tell myself something. Hey, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Boy, if this was in my heydays when I was making great screen paint, buddy, you would have had a problem at the end of the day. Because I'd have hit you with every single thing, including the kitchen sink. I was ruthless, man. You talk trash about my stuff, man, I would grind you into the ground. That's why I told the guy who was designing that screen, make your money, mind your business. They knew what kind of person I was. If you mind your own business and you're in your own world, I'm cool with it. Hey, if you're doing a good job, thumbs up. I support you. But if you're basically coming out there to use me as a springboard, you're going to pay for it. And we literally told these guys the same thing. But since you want to do something with a thin, light skin coating, I can actually turn your paint into a high-performance spray-on application that would put your stuff to shame. Dandy. Very easy. Should we make an upgrade version of the Series C? We should make one. We should make an upgrade version of it. I don't want to call it Series. Series sounds like literally like, every time you say Series, like something, phone information pops up. That's just really, really tacky name. I'm going to call it the Series C's. I'm going to call it, I don't know. Cereal box. I don't know. I forget what's some name for it. I don't know. Can't call it, well, I don't want to call it PSP. That's the trademark problem right then and there. And then on top of that, when you type it up, the console system pops up. That does not work at all. That just sucks altogether. All right, let me see. UB. We did put that there for the UB. UB, the ultimate mix. It is now the ultimate mix. Now you put up UB, right? Let me show you something, Jamie. Is that your product right there? Ain't it? Yeah, we had your product over here multiple times. Yep, look at that. Eclipse 12 versus the UV mix. We had you versus primer. We tested the daylights out of stuff when it got over here. And now we have the upgrade version of both of them called the UV, the ultimate blend. See, you want to mess with Darth Vader, you got that lifesaver, didn't you? Join the dark side. You can't join the dark side, buddy. You don't have what it cut out to be. You can't do it. You can't be a Sith Lord. It's not going to work. You got out there with a fake bootleg, lightsaber, and get yourself murdered. That ain't gonna work. Now, besides, yeah. Your application was denied. You can't be a Sith Lord. Sorry. You cannot join the dark side. Look at this. Yeah, we did so much testing on this stuff, man. We tested against a 17 Black Nova, and it failed on the next to the 17 Black Nova, right there. That was 3 years ago. Wow, that stuff is that old. We're way past the 17 Black. Wow. Well, hold on for a minute. That just hit me right there. Your UB mix has been around for since we had a 17 Black Nova. Wait, hold on for a minute. How much stuff did we test this thing against? That's a 12. How old is your products, man? 12. Yo, his product has been around from a 12. We long upgraded past the 12. We're way past 12s now. That's what I told you when I sat there and said he hasn't made anything new. I'm not joking. That's a 12. And you haven't made anything. We're way past 12s now. We're 77s now. We're category 77. Oh well. We took one of his products outside, didn't we? Oh, this is the UV Mix unboxing. Yep. Ain't that you right there? That's your product right there. That's you, ain't it? So let's see. That's 2020. Is that 2020 or 2020? Yeah, I told you we had his stuff. Unboxed all his stuff. We had all Jamie's stuff over here. Everything. Everything. At one point, and when we were over at we're at eBay, I'll never forget. He was in a live stream where he was buying his stuff, and he sat there and made some poor excuse by saying he can't ship to our address because it's unshippable. Man, we pulled up that tracking number. I said, "What the frick are you talking about?" You did ship it. The tracking number. He deleted the account. Run and run, Mr. Run. Yep. Had all your stuff over here. I had somebody buy your stuff and send it to me as a Christmas gift one time. I was like, oh, shoot. Thank you. Gonna test the daylights out of this. I went right over to Home Depot and bought a whole bunch of gray paint. Personal mix outside. The personal mix outside. I'll show you what the personal mix really looks like outside. Let's see. Let's look up Crows mixes outside. 76 outside. Show you what his product really looks like outside. Took it outside. Didn't work for Jack at all, period. He also had a challenge he was supposed to. Oh, he said his product worked in sunlight. They didn't pick up for Jack. That didn't work at all, period. Oh, by the way, Jamie, this is also, too, the Metallica mix that we got from a customer who sent it over to us. So you couldn't even tamper with that one. The first ones he wasn't tampering with. And then when we started testing this stuff out and we found out this stuff had all kinds of problems attached to it, then he started tampering with them. Your product is supposed to read, man. Read. Personal mix right there. Oh yeah, the cancellation wall. This was a cancellation wall. Oh, here we go. We found it, right? It was a personal mix. Personal mix failed outside. Look, that's his personal mix outside. Didn't run for jack. Nothing came up, and I mean nothing came up at all. Period. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the same customer. The customer who went and bought this product and painted the 200-inch on his wall and the screen washed out? Yeah, same thing. And that's on 1100 lumens. 12 feet from the screen, and it didn't even pick up. That's why when you look at the specifications, well, you don't have specifications. When you ask, what time does the projector screen activate? There's nothing there because he doesn't know, but it doesn't activate, period. So what in Sam Cookie Club did happen here? Because you made a lot of statements. Now, this may work in a dark environment, not next to our stuff, because this stuff still doesn't work in a dark environment. But standalone by itself, to your customers, it may work in a dark environment. But guess what? We're outside, and your screen's supposed to pick up. But they'll sit there and argue and say, oh, it's not. And that's why he has on the Frankenstein container. Oh, I forgot about that too. It's on the blacklist. He literally wrote on the container, not ambient light rejection Kenny. Well, that's good, because ours is. Hold on for a minute. I forgot about that. Look, you can't even pick up the OLED. Another thing too, when you were talking about your screen can pick up the contrast level, it couldn't even pick up the OLED. This is how it's supposed to look. Not that washed out image that you showed on a 4K projector with a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast on it. You couldn't even read that properly in your environment, and we did it outside. Oh my goodness, the onslaught. The onslaught! I'm gonna keep that right there for a minute. I forgot about that. Literally forgot about that. So how is your product supposed to be better than the one we got over here? You literally said it was an ambient light rejection because you wrote it on the container. Here we go. If I close, get over here. You wrote it on the container. Literally wrote it on the container that it's not ambient light rejection. But ours is over here. Our UB Ultimate Blend is basically ambient light rejection. So let's show you where he basically wrote, because you sat there, I swear, I hope you didn't get on camera right now and say that. We did say that one time. He said, I never said my product was ambient light rejection. And literally got him on a recording, him saying this stuff was ambient light rejection. So how would your product be better than the one we have over here? Because ours is ambient light rejection. Let's go over here. Let's go to the blacklist. And let's see on here. Let's see what we got going down here. Let's keep going. This again, we're gonna make this right here. We're making it. It's free. We're gonna make it. It's a personal mix. We're gonna make this and put it against our screen. So this stuff right here was able to match. We mean the personal mix was able to match the Metallica mix easily. It was also to match the Cinemax. So we're gonna put this against our new product over here. We're gonna make it. See how that goes. And this is where we made this product multiple times. We made the UV mix, made the Cinemax, blah, 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 blah. All right, this right here is the Network Gray 773 matching this product. There you go. You know, just told you had any competition. You literally told them how to make your stuff. There's an unboxing of customers sent over the Metallica mix. Let's see what we got going over here. Where's that Frankenstein? It's in here somewhere. Oh, this guy got in trouble right here. Yeah, see you in court soon, McAfee. Here we go, right here. Perfect. Got it right here. But it's not the same color. No, it's better than the color than your product. Way better. We had to upgrade all that. I was like, what the freak? This has got to be upgraded. This is horrible. See the color of it? Look at it. Look what it says right here. What did you say on your pack? Hold on, let me get that cleared. Oh, man. Come on. Get it together, Kenneth. There we go. Got it right there. Didn't you write it on the package? Paint, not ambient light rejection, Kenny. Right? That's you wrote, right? That's your signature. Best of the best, right? So, you've been selling your customers a gray screen. How is a dark paint that dark, not ambient light rejection? All dark screens are ambient light rejection. That's like buying a Black Diamond or a DMP Supernova, Infinity or Blade or a Dark Star 9, and you get that dark screen. Oh, this is not ambient light rejection. Like, what the freak? No, you would expect that from lighter products, not darker. So, in your recording at 143, you say it is ambient light rejection, and all of a sudden it's just not. And in the PayPal transcript, you said it was an upgrade. I've never heard of taking away from ambient light rejection and calling it an upgrade. I think that would be a downgrade. So, since our product over here, the Ultimate Blend, is ambient light rejection, and I can watch it off my floor, yeah, on a 50 lumen, yeah, that makes our product way better than yours. So again, we upgraded your stuff and made it better. Well, technically, truthfully, it was ours to begin with, but let's just say it's your stuff and we upgraded and made it better. That stings a little bit more. So yeah, he wrote it right there. So that's why your customers, if you have any left, don't want your products, because they want that ambient light rejection technology. And they want videos that show that it actually does work. And what better to show that on a Old Faithful down here on the floor? When you're sitting in the dark talking about the beautiful colors and the contrast, we're in a fully lit environment at 1,000 lumens. So imagine what it would look like on your customers' walls right now. Those of you who have the UV, oh my goodness, should we look at the customers that have the UV mix right now compared to what we just did a few minutes ago? Yeah, not ambient light rejection. Right there. See, I said I don't make any of this stuff up. It's right there. I didn't make any of that up. It's right there. Not ambient light rejection. So why would they want your stuff if your stuff is not ambient light rejection? And that series A was supposed to be a charcoal gray. That's charcoal gray, by the way. It's not gunmetal. Gunmetal will be far darker than this. So that series C or A, whatever it's called, is it A or something? Series C, whatever it is, the charcoal gray version of his product, you can't even read. Okay, let's put it this way. When he shook the can up, your screen didn't even come up the same color that pulled off the top. So guess what that means? This stuff could take out your stuff. And also, too, paint sound 10 times faster. Yep. So I can knock out your entire product line because it doesn't pick up. It doesn't pull at all whatsoever. You can't pull your colors correctly. It takes too long for you to paint the screen in. And we can do this in a hot second, which I did on camera. And again, nothing's going to bleed through because it's not too thin, which we painted over some post office boxes. Right? I take this one outside today too, by the way. There you go. That's it right there. Now, if you look at the containers, one is a UB mix container and one is a Frankenstein. That's when I saw it. I was like, oh shoot, we can make the Frankenstein too. See, you thought when you were watching my screen downstairs, when we had it pushed all the way up to the ceiling with the lights making contact with the screen, you thought my screen was this color, when actually it's that color. See, screens, you're not used to this, being set up real high next to the lights will appear to be lighter because they're absorbing in tons of light. That's why. But your screens sit in the dark, so you don't really see that. We do. So you thought in the video, when you committed the post office mail fraud, that you would change the color at the last minute, trying to match the screen we had in the basement, but not realizing that the screen is actually that dark. Oh, that's involving the post office mail fraud charge, by the way. He manipulated the shopping cart. We recorded everything and found out he changed the shopping cart at the last minute and then lied in the transcripts. Yes, sirree. But that's how dark our gunmetals are. This would be considered to be charcoal gray. But this is what I found that was real interesting. This color. See the color? They're both the same. So your Frankenstein and your UB are both the same. It's just the difference is the Frankenstein is actually one shade more. So it took us six tablespoons of white to match this on a reversal to make this one. This one was one shade off. So that's how I was able to duplicate your product within 10 minutes, turn around and upgrade it with our technology, and boom, make it far better than your specification sheet, which means I beat your promo demonstrations, I beat your customer demonstrations, and on top of that, I beat your specification sheet, if you can call it that. And once I take it outside, that'll be the finisher. That's your nail in the coffin. Then we're done with it. Yeah, then we're done with it. Ain't nothing else to do with it, to really tell you the truth. And I'm going to get back to hologram stuff, because hologram stuff is more fun. This is boring. I do it because I have to teach him a lesson. He has to learn. He does never learn. He never learns. Right now, he's probably on there ranting right now about I don't even know what, and who cares? We got your stuff. That's all that matters. And if you sit there and go, oh, but I can make your stuff too. We gave you permission to do it. You failed. Literally failed. I had to go in and make it for him. I got sick and tired of seeing gray rollers pop up. Why is your product coming up gray? Really? Why is it gray? Did you do any testing underneath of it? Because, you do your black on black test, the low lumen test, ultra short though test, inside test, outside test, white level test. Do any of those tests at all? Certified screen? You don't have enough certified screens to anyway. So it means you don't have it, and you didn't make it correctly. It kept coming out bubbly and gritty, and I don't know what the heck you were doing. Oh, by the way, we want that stuff back. And by the way, I'm going to request a ship back through certified. So we can get it back over here. Which you'll probably make some excuse you threw it out. Oh man, I tell you. Well, that's that. I had fun. I'm gonna get this thing outside. Let me see what time you think this thing will activate. I don't know. I say roughly probably, I don't even know. Have to figure it out when we get out there. Isn't that right, buddy? So yeah, take it outside. We'll take it outside. Man, this thing picks up. Oh, it pick up. It's gonna pick up outside. This thing, when it picks up outside, oh, it's ultra short compatible, by the way. The Series C, where that stuff is, that charcoal gray, it's not ultra short throw. This stuff is. But anyway, yourself. Oh wait, but to check this real quick, I'm gonna see his customers real quick. Doesn't he have this on his page? His customers on there. Well, the rest of them I seen, they're all in the dark. Yeah. Let me see. No, if you go there, you'd be basic. Now, he's going to rant. He's definitely going to rant like crazy. He's probably ranting right now. And then he'll do something stupid. Yeah, you got to see, at the end of the day, if we go to his site, this is what's going to happen. He's going to rant. He's going to go nuts. He's going to lose it in there. And he's going to start doxing and carrying on and acting up. And this is going to give him another criminal charge. So that'd be like us basically pushing him to do it. So we're going to skip his site. Because I don't feel like dealing with the crybaby nonsense. I really don't. Let's go over here. And let's just pull up and see if we can find customers on this UV. It's in a fully lit environment. Let's try to find 1,000 lumens. I need 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment on the UV. That's what we're going to look up. All right. Crows1176. UV mix 1,000 lumens. Fully lit room. The only thing that comes up is UB. That's it. And all these are in the dark. As a matter of fact, interesting about this fellow, this is the guy who posted your address. I know, because we actually have the screenshots and everything that we found the address on. This is the guy who posted his address. Yeah. I can go back and show you the video. This is literally the guy who posted his address. I remember the wall and the chair, everything. And your screen's washed out, by the way. That water is not supposed to be that faded. I need one of these videos to mimic. See how they always do bright levels? They don't do any contrast at all. So what they'll do is to keep the screen to give it a somewhat decent look, they will make sure they don't do any contrast levels. Everything will stay with bright levels that will fade to less. See? Now I'm running it through. You're not seeing any videos on any contrast levels, no color balance tests, nothing at all.
But did you know there's a YouTube music app that does it all with ad-free listening
Yep.
and song downloads?
And when they do contrast levels, they'll be in the dark.
That's a lot. Like YouTube Music Premium.
Oh, that's the guy Pro HD. He beat his screen. Let me see. Cinemax. That's our test on the Cinemax. Fully lit environment. Didn't pull for jack. This is what your buddy was supposed to pull. See that demonstration right there? This is what he should have shown in a fully lit environment. He should have showed a contrast level. Because anyone can pull up colors and they'll fade or wash out, but they'll fade less or show less of a what you call it, malfunction. But when you're doing a demonstration, if you're going to prove a gray screen's worth, you have to show the contrast levels. Like for us, it'd be the white levels we have to show off. So, yeah, it didn't pull. Matter of fact, this is supposed to be a challenge too, and he never completed the challenge. See right there? The challenge attached to it. He never did it. Get up there. So it's supposed to be an only fully lit environment. So he's supposed to do that product in a fully lit environment only. It was never done. Of course it was never done. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. No, he didn't do it. There's no way where he's going to do the demonstration environment tab, right? So we're just looking for, oh, this is somebody who got mad because he exposed, the screen washed out in the environment. UV mix in the dark. So we're looking for Crow's UV mix with 1,000 lumen projector and a fully lit environment. None of these are 1,000 lumen projectors. None of them. Oh, man. I tell you, I am definitely a person with a lot of patience. That's how your product actually works. I'm a person with a lot of patience. To tell you the truth, I mean, bottom line, I'm gonna sue you for basically using my pictures without my permission. So that's gonna cost you $12,000 a picture. Something pretty expensive on that one. And the copyrights are still going through because again, you got to blame Mr. Williams for that one. We already went ahead. I'll see you in federal court soon. And as for whatever, forget it. You're finished already. You're done. Oh no, you can remove all the likes. I don't care. You take them down, not a problem. I told you already, our technology is already set up to be out there. I have to make a decision by the end of the year by judging my numbers on exactly how much money we make. If we make more out there, then guess what? We're basically pulling off. We're going to turn the marketplace into basically just information, and we're going to pull with contracts. We're good. Right now, we have the top technology right now. Once I go out there, we're ready to go. We're good. My audience will be out there. And my paint, well, let's see what happens. I'm not deciding whether or not we're going to, yeah, we make way more for it out there. Literally. I make $700 a gallon out there, easy. And here I make $368. Yeah, because we deal with companies, that's why. I don't deal with customers out there. I deal with companies, a lot of companies. That's who we deal with. The guy I'm doing the setup for, I'm getting $8,000 for that setup. I got to go in and basically install ad tech in 2 sections and a screen. It's $8,000. At the end of the day, look, you're stuck with this. Go out and try to find something more advanced in my technology. I could use a challenge. I would love to see it. Show me anybody right now that can take our technology. Anybody. Anyone who's in the field of what we do at the end of the day. Holograms, rear projection technology, anything. There is anybody else. And if there is somebody trying to get on our level, it's going to take a long time for them to reach the bar we hit. That's why we raised the bar so high. It's like when you have on a leading dashboard and you put the score literally so freaking high that you know that it's going to take somebody forever just to be able to reach it. That's what we did. So if anyone's going to compare this stuff to our technology, you're going to have to beat all 10,000 or more. By the time we hit out there, we're going to be over the 20,000 mark easy. And keep in mind, if we pop up in a trade show, we bump into one of these certified companies, an offer is going to pop up. Because anyone who has that technology, it's going to be to take out all the others.
With the YouTube Music app, you can discover remix after remix after remix.
So, if this bothers you at the end of the day, then we come in and we crush Jamie at the end of the day for all the dirt he's done against my company at the end of the day, all the slander he's getting against my company, lying, everything else you can name at the end of the day, and you support that nonsense, get the freak off my YouTube channel and dislike right now. Because I got a right to defend my company at any cost. Anyone who goes up there and basically says anything dirty about my company, if you're lying about my company, I got a right to drag you in court and I got a right to destroy your product in the process. If you're going to call me up and challenge me, you're going to get exactly what you deserve. So if you support that nonsense of people attacking my company at the end of the day and treating us the way they treat us, then go ahead. Dislike. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I have options. We're the ones who basically have the balance now. If I choose to go certified direction, that means that only certain clientele can afford our technology. And the rest of the half, you can't get it. And we decide to make the product only in the United States, and overseas don't touch it. And without our technology, your projectors will not function correctly. You think I'm joking? Try it. See it. We do it all the time. We have a customer come in, and they say, well, and I go, hey, look, do your research. I love it when they do their research. Go ahead. Go search out there. Find how many people are doing demonstrations on our level, and get back to us. And they always come back. Look at that right now. And that's old technology. We don't even make this stuff anymore. And you can sit there and say, well, we won't buy from them. It doesn't make a difference. They buy from us out there. And they buy for far more. AdTech, when it launches, we're thinking about somewhere in the range of roughly, let's see, At $900 for a 4x4, it's now going to be about $3,000 for a 4x4. And the legendaries, yeah, good luck on that technology right there. We have got people lined up. They're going to be buying that technology if you can get one at around maybe about $7,000 a screen. The FLE technology, that's all high-end stuff we're going to be developing. Those TV technology allowed to absorb sunlight, yep. I have to have something high price. I have to. So that's good. Let me know that you support them 100%. You support someone who scams and rips people off. Yeah, go ahead. It doesn't bother me one bit. Because that's what you're going to be buying. That's what your product is from now on. Come on. 2 more to go. Knock them out. Can you take those 2, please? Thank you. Got 1 more to go. Come on. Get to the 1 more. Knock it out, too. 1 more. Come on. Get rid of it. Oh, my goodness. Let me show you what your impact does. Nothing. If you already knew the contracts my company's already signed up for AdTech, it's unfreaking believable. Yeah, it doesn't damage us one bit at all. Doesn't affect us in any way whatsoever. People buy from us because we are the best. It doesn't make a difference. Like I said, I could have 0 views on a video and I'll still make money off it because we can actually, any company that comes in contacts and say, hey, do you have this demonstration? Here you go right here. And we'll make money off of it. All those products you have sitting right there, we're making money off videos that I've made probably about 7, 8 years ago. Oh, look at that. Stacks and stacks of orders. Always stacks and stacks. Hey, you can't basically, we're the best. That's all what it comes down to. Customers don't get bothered by that. Haters get bothered by that. You have no place to go. Where are you going to go? $5,000, $7,000 projection screen? We can knock those out. White screen? Going to spend that much money for a projector to be hitting on a white screen? Your colors are bad, contrast is bad, doesn't pick up any amp. It's a horrible screen at the end of the day. Gray paints? We can make those if we want, which we showed you right now. I can literally make 2 of those products with no problem. Everything on Amazon, we've knocked out already. We've been through paint on screens, goose screens. We're done on all that. Do we have anything else? Literally? Oh, I don't think there is anything else. But smarter screens was the only one we did find. Is there any other black certified screen that we haven't hit yet? The only one's Dragonfly. They won't touch us with a 10-foot pole. They advise us to go over to diamond technology. Literally. They won't touch us. No, there isn't anybody else. Partay stuff? Please, that stuff can't even turn black. And we can generate outside. We're ultra short though compatible. We can pick up at 50 lumens with no problem whatsoever. And that stuff can't even basically apply to a surface without bleeding through. On top of that, I don't know how you can go to something at the end of the day that canceled out to us, even remove an entire state because they're terrified of us. So what else do you have left for your projectors? So if we wanted to show you how much of impact we have, when we get out there, I'll switch over and I'll remove the marketplaces and we'll jump the price to the roof. And then that way you'll see exactly that. When you see how high our prices are, you'll go shopping for everybody else and you find out they don't compete with us. We'll make a $7,000 screen look like a white screen we get done in the day. The price, what we'll charge for ours at $7,000 would be a blessing at the end of the day for what we can get with our technology. And I got people right now that are basically whispering in my ear every single day telling me that our stuff is too low. We need to sell for a lot more. And I said, well, what about the clientele? We can get you the clientele. We can get you anything you need at the end of the day. You just have to be ready to basically hit that switch, and we'll basically put your screen in that next level. But I want to see what my numbers are going to be. So at the end of the year, if my numbers go exactly, if we sell more out there, then yeah, I'm basically going to be locking my shopping carts. They're all going down, every last one of them. And I'm going to basically convert to basically doing distributorship. Yeah. I got to hit a distributorship sooner or later. And as I see already, you guys support that nonsense. So that's good information for me. Because either way, at the end of the day, we get paid. Doesn't make a difference. So good luck, because you're definitely going to need it. We did all the research and everything. Depends on which way I go with this. As a matter of fact, we're going to do the global challenge. I don't know. Let's see. We can find one. Oh, I gotta find something else to play, but I'm bored. Literally, there's nothing for us. Find us something. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Or yeah, just lights out for you guys, man, at the end of the day. It's lights out. There is nothing left. It's only us. Search came up. I looked up for black projection screens. Look what popped up. We are the only ones. That's it. We're the only ones. Who do we got left? Honestly, we tested everybody we can get our hands on. There's nobody left for us. Can't find one black screen paint. That's a black projector screen. And we still put up on that? Let me see something. There's got to be somebody out there. Hold on. We got anybody matching our test? I got to find somebody that's matching our tests and basically doing the same thing we're doing. Because, again, just making a paint black ain't enough. Because, again, Series C, or whatever that stuff is in the day, and we got cancellations on that stuff. Heck, we got an entire state moved. So, yeah, that means you couldn't back up your product. And if you can't back your product up, that means it ain't worth anybody's time. You're the one, you're going after us at the end of the day. If you're challenging my company, the last thing you want to do is cancel or remove states. Because that's bad. So that you're out of the question. You're done. I gave you the opportunity, you didn't take it. I got to find somebody, man. Oh, I said black projection. Put down black projector screen black. I got to find something. See, I got this luxury for FLE. We keep saying FLE, right? FLE has a standing behind something. It's a luxury technology we're designing, or with Omega and some other stuff we're working on. So, that technology is already being set up for something else. See, we got these screens out here who have these high power $7,000, $8,000 projection screens. Well, I want that technology too. I want to be able to sell my screen for that kind of money. But if we sell for too much, that means the other part can't afford it and can't have it. Well, we have the ability to do whatever we need. So the FLE company is designed for luxury screens. This is where you'll see the Spartans pop up, and we got some other screens we can't mention, but they're luxury, and some of those screens can run you $20,000, and they're glass. Some other stuff is made of something else. We got one screen to be made out of pure crystal. It's we use for some other stuff. I can't tell you what that is for yet. But we don't have any more here. But I'm curious. Set up already. We can basically develop technology for black diamonds and advance their stuff at the end of the day. Besides, I want you to support his product. So that way we can come in and crush all of it, and then basically I can show you what my customers get over his customers. As a matter of fact, how about you go out and buy it, and that way post your video of showing your screen, and then we can basically show you what our new version can do. Because to tell you the truth, honestly, we don't have any competition at all. And it is getting a bit boring. So this is what I'm going to do, Jamie. I'm going to make the rest of your product and wipe it all out in one hit. I'm going to come in and put an order in for the, I'm going to put an order in for the whatchamacallit, for the rest of it. I would advise you don't cancel out. I need to wipe you off for good. So that way we can have the credibility of saying that basically we own it all. So I'm going to finish off the rest of your product. Let me see. Till then, I need to figure out where I can find something else in here. And after today, our prices just jumped. Let me see. Where do I want to go here? We need a black projection screen. Now, for those of you saying you're not going to buy, it doesn't really make a difference because I said out there we're already ready to go. Once one of those screens hits, especially AdTech hits any glass out there, that's it. That's lights out. We're going to have so many people basically begging to be investors for our technology. It's not even funny. So we're good. We're branched out on everything. Let me see. Got to find something here. Oh, great. We did all these paint on screens. What the freak? This is video paint. Been there. Smarter screens. Ah, we done theirs already. There we go. Smarter screens. We done their paint. We did there already. We did their black screens already. They're done that when we did those tests already. We're done. Anybody else? Paint on screens. Been there, done that already. Smarter screens. We got that surface underneath the desk right now. Been there, done this already. Paint on screens. Done. This will be us. This will be us. This will be us. See what comes up? This is when you know your product is recognized. We put in black screens, we come up. No Series A nonsense comes up. They don't bring them up. We come up. Only we come up. They don't dare bring any freaking Series A or Series A. That stuff don't come up. They haven't been around long enough. Look what they say right here about me. Look what they say. I've been seeing a few impressive YouTube videos from a guy who developed a black projector screen paint. See, that's our logo right there popped up. Impressive. Impressive. I told you, even the AI knows us. Google knows us at the end of the day. I told you at the end of the day, where can you go? You ain't no place you can go. We actually run it all. I hate to put it that way. And it's good. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Because someone has to level the playing field. Like I said, if I wanted to, I can charge so much money for this. It's not even funny. And these people will pay at the end of the day because we make the best technology. And once FLE hits, absorbs sunlight, you have any idea what that tech will be worth? Now, we go the other direction and we design it where everybody can afford it, then basically the high certified screens is going to be a little pinchy right there at the end of the day. But I told you, Jamie, your stuff don't pop up. Partey, your stuff don't pop up. We pop up. We pop up. That's on Reddit, right there. All that trash y'all talk at the end of the day about my product ain't this, ain't that at the end of the day. And look what pops up. There isn't anybody else. It's just us. That's it. And him trying to make a black paint to complete, please, man, I'm 8 years back. Oh, I like this, man. I like this. Can I print this out? I like this. Black projector screen paints. And they put my logo up there? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. And see, that's the reason why. From your Jamie, your fans, y'all never getting that paint ever. The one we developed to crush your stuff, you're never getting it ever. Not ever. Far better in advance. As a matter of fact, I'll do the same thing with the other one. I'll combine it to one unit, make it far better, beat your specifications, all your customer demonstrations with it. I'll even give it to my beta testers to play around with, and that stuff will sit right on the shelf. And it'll sit there and collect dust. Can't believe that they got us up here like this. That is freaking amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, who the freak did this one right here? Are you kidding me? Do-it-yourself black screen paint? Why are we in the dark? Are you kidding me? That's all. Wow. That's sad. That is pretty sad. You're in the dark with a screen that's supposed to be black. And this is all the ambient light you have in the environment to hit the screen with? What the frick are you people doing? That's sad. Oh man, I gotta make a video on this. This is just pathetic. I gotta be kidding me.